Tell me everything I need to know about Arkannibal.
Man, Arkannibal dope. 12 tracks. You know what I'm saying? Just different type of beats, different features, major artists, Arkansas artists, G Entertainment artists. Just a dope project.
What is G Entertainment?
Oh, that's my label. You know what I'm saying? It's a label I came up with. Me, Fred G, Trap House Moosey, Kettrick Swift, Nardo, Jimmy Rock, G Rugged. We got a whole little group.
What's the meaning behind that name?
Oh man, it's just, you know what I'm saying, we entertain for the G's, man.
That's a name you came up with?
Yeah.
Is this project considered an album, mixtape, or EP?
I consider it, I don't know, to me sometimes I think it all go hand in hand. I know it's all different, but I call it a EP.
And why go that route for this?
I just don't, I don't feel like it's just an official album. Like, to me, I think albums need to be like, maybe like 15, 18 tracks.
Now, can you explain the title of this project and its meaning?
All right, I named the project Arkannibal, you know, because I'm from Arkansas. And like every beat, I felt like I ate on it, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I just named it Arkannibal.
And this is something you came up with or someone coined for you, the title?
I came up with it. I dropped like a mixtape like a few years back named Arkannibal. So, you know, I just kind of like made this like an EP Arkannibal.
Were there any people that got confused with that?
A little bit, but not too many. Not too many weren't confused about it.
When it comes to the title, I know everything's said and done, but because there was some confusion, maybe people that heard the mixtape version of this, and I don't even want to say version of this, that's incorrect. For those that heard the mixtape Arkannibal, and are maybe have been confused with the EP Arkannibal, knowing what you know now, would you have still continued with that title, how everything played out, or do you wish you would have came up with a different title just to avoid confusion for those that saw your music earlier?
I probably would have kept it the same because, you know, that old project, I don't even think, well, yeah, you probably could have pulled it up. That was like back on Dat Piff, you know, back a while back, so. But I ain't even uploaded. I don't think it's uploaded on Dat Piff, the EP. You know, it's on the other major platforms, though, but I don't think it's on Dat Piff.
Now, is there a message with this project?
I'm here. That was my message. Like, you know, I took a little while off, you know, from the music, so when I came back, I just wanted to, you know, just say I'm here.
What happened in between that time?
Just life, you know. I had gotten into some trouble and started having kids and, you know, just life, you know, real life problems.
Did you actually quit music or took a break?
Quit. Yeah, I quit.
What got you to come back?
I just started listening to music again, you know, and just watching music videos and, you know, I was like, man, I want to start back doing this again. It's looking real good, so, you know, I want to jump back in it.
Was there anybody around you that said, you know what, don't do that?
Yeah.
Don't go back.
Yeah, one of my partners, African B, he told me don't do it. He was like, man, you know, you done missed your chance, and you know, now like about a year later, he told me he was wrong.
Why did you quit originally?
Originally, it just seemed like just started feeling hopeless, like wasn't nothing going right. You know, steady getting in trouble and just different stuff, just life. I was having a rough end of the stick for a minute.
And for those watching in the audience, that might sound like me repeating a question, but I asked why you quit. Well, at first, originally, I asked why the break. And you had mentioned trouble and this, that, and the third, but I didn't know if that was the actual reason why you had quit. I don't know if you had quit and then the trouble and stuff came after that, or if that was the actual reason. So I just wanted to avoid the repeat question and why I asked that the way I did. But How long did you actually quit for, thinking back? How long did that period last before you got back into it again? Rough estimate.
Yeah, about 4 or 5 years, because I talked about it for about a year or two, saying I was going to start back. So, yeah, about 4 or 5 years.
Now, who is this project for?
The fans, everybody. It ain't just for me. Like I said, it's for me like I was trying to prove a point, but it was also I was trying to give people, let everybody know, like, Arkansas got something to say, and I'm part of Arkansas.
Is there an age minimum to listen to this project?
Nah, I don't believe. I mean, from 15 and on up, you can listen to it. It just depends on what your type of flavor is. It's just like a vibe. The whole project is a vibe.
As far as the artwork for this project, can you explain the concept behind it?
It's like half me, half a razorback or a hog, for the symbolism of Arkansas and Arkannibal. And I had it done by my partner, Lou Conklin out of St. Louis. He did real good on it, too.
So is this something, go ahead.
No, I just said shout out to Lou.
So is this something you came up with or the graphic designer?
I gave him my idea how I wanted it, and he just went and found, the right picture of one of my pictures and a pretty good dope picture of a hog and just combined them together, half and half.
As far as the release date of this project, which was August 28th, 2020, was there any significance behind that release date?
No, not really. There was no significance. It was just when I wanted. I set a date. I just picked a date like 2 months out from, it was like June, and I picked 2 months out, and that's when I said I want to do it, so that way I can have everything in order.
Looking back, were you happy with that date that was chosen?
Yeah, I ain't got no complaints on it. Everything went right.
Was it a saturated release date at the time, if you can remember?
I don't think so. I don't remember too much going on when I released it.
And for time reference, it's July 2021 now.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for someone that has not had a chance to press play yet, can you describe the sound, overall speaking, when they do? They may have seen the artwork, may have heard that it's out, but have not pressed play. What would they hear?
Not what they hear from every other artist, because I feel like a lot of artists sound like each other, so you're not finna hear that when you listen to my music. Like, I got a different sound, but it's not like everybody else. I just do me.
As far as the lyrics on this project, do you write them or freestyle and punch them in?
I write.
Pen and pad or on the phone?
Pen and pad, I can't do the phone. I mean, sometimes I can, but it seems like it take me longer trying to do the phone thing, so I gotta, write it out. And then once I write it out and go over it a couple times, I can memorize it.
Did you have any help with these lyrics?
Oh, yeah, sometimes I might get stuck or something, or I might have somebody with me in a writing session and, they throw some suggestions here or there, or they might come up with a nice line or something.
In regards to your lyrics on this project, how honest are they?
Pretty much to the T.
When you say pretty much, that's not 100%?
Not 100%. Some of you just, you rapping. It's in the mode, it's the vibe, So I say probably about like 80 to 85%.
As far as the length of this project, there are 12 tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Why that amount for this one?
I just felt like there'll be a good amount because, sometimes you don't want it too short and you don't want it too long. 'Cause I thought 12 would be a good number to keep the attention.
How many songs did you have to choose from originally before you get to the final 12 tracks selected?
Man, I had a lot of music recorded, and I just picked the ones. Well, really, it was my manager picked the ones, but like the ones that we felt like fitted together, and the other ones we're gonna release it on the next project.
All the music that you had to choose from, though, was created and recorded after you had come back from quitting, or was any of it before you
After I
quit?
came back.
Okay. How'd you go about narrowing that music down to the final 12? What was that like? The actual process, the narrowing.
Well, we're just sitting in the studio and we're just listening and we're like, okay, this should go with this and this is a good song, but I don't think it's gonna fit because you got this type of song already on here. So, you know, we'll use this one instead, or we'll just hold off on the next one. We went through a lot of, you know, deliberating on it.
Did you have to clear? Excuse me. Did you have to clear any of the music for this project? Who put this track list together?
Vertus, my manager Vertus.
Do you know what his process for that was?
No, he really was just sitting on the couch and he was just listening to it and writing it down and just, you know, just piecing them together.
Do you know how long, as far as time, did that take him to do?
I say it was maybe like 30 to 45 minutes.
Do you know if he had a strategy to the song order at all?
No, I don't know. I think it was just vibing with it.
Now, did you premiere this project on a specific platform first, or did you release it on all digital streaming platforms at the same time?
I released it on all digital at the same time.
When this project released, and it was August
28.
That's correct. Was that a Thursday night going into Friday?
Yeah, it was because we had a show on the 29th up in St. Clair, so I remember it all like that.
So did it drop on a midnight time slot?
Yeah.
Okay. After this project releases for the very first time on August 28th, that first minute it's out. It's public, it's live. What was that feeling like? Can you take us back to that moment?
I really didn't how can I say it?
Take your time.
I didn't really try to, you know, go and see like any reviews or, you know, any of the tags until like 12 the next day. Cause I was excited, but, you know, I didn't want to be too excited. But, you know, a lot of people was reviewing it and, you know, saying they liked it a whole lot. So.
And when you say 12 the next day, you're talking about noon?
Noon, yeah.
Okay. So I know you're not looking at the reviews and tags and things of that nature. What were you doing between that time after it released at midnight and 12 o'clock when you checked back on things?
That's when we were traveling. We were traveling on the road. And I was, you know, even when I wasn't driving, I wasn't trying to, you know, be looking on my phone for it, that type of thing. I just wanted to be a surprise once I finally, you know, checked out everything.
After this project was released, was there any remorse in the songs chosen or the order of the track list? So do you say to yourself, you know what, I should have took a song off. I should have added another song. You know, this song should have been a little higher in the track list. Song should have been a little lower in the track list. Any of that type of stuff.
I wanted to add, I wanted one more of my tracks to be on there, but we'd already had that type of song. But I wanted one of the other songs, but it didn't work out.
Why not?
Just because of like it was kind of like a female song, so I didn't want to just have like too many female songs. I already got that one. I felt like, you know, was good enough for the project.
From start to finish, how much time did this project take to put together in its entirety, from recording to finally releasing it?
I'd probably say about a year, but it wasn't because, you know, I was just taking my time with it. It was because I didn't even plan on releasing a project. I was just releasing singles. And then, you know, I just got the feeling one day, I was like, I might as well just go and release a project. I got more than enough music. So I just went on to drop the project.
Was any element of this project rushed or last minute?
I say probably about right on time, in between rush and last minute.
But things worked out?
Oh yeah, everything worked out great.
Financially, How much did this project cost to create?
I say roughly, I say about anywhere between 18, probably about 18K.
Now, did you have a budget going into this project?
No, I didn't have a budget. I really I ain't gonna lie. Like, I ain't have no budget. I was just went in head first. Like really, I got my business and stuff straight. You know, when this COVID hit, so then I didn't really have it together. I was just trying to get it together right then.
Looking back, was spending that amount of money, $18,000, worth it?
I mean, I'm always say it's worth it. Even if it wasn't worth it, because I was trying to achieve my goal, or what I'm saying, do what I was trying to do. So I say it was worth it regardless.
Is this your best work so far, musically?
Oh yeah, so far. I got the new stuff I got is, what I'm saying, it's dope too, but so far that I done put out, that was my best body of work I put together.
Publicly?
Yeah.
What's your favorite song on this project?
My favorite song on that project?
Your personal favorite?
I would have to say Bad Day.
Can you explain that song and why it's your favorite?
It's just like it wasn't nothing I was just going through personally. It was like somebody that I was around, like, they were having like some relationship problems, they got, did wrong or whatever. And I got some beats from one of my partners, Evan, at New Wave, and I was hooking up with somebody else. Like I got with two other artists up there where I live at, and one of them put the hook down, and then there was another one that I've been wanting to work with. I reached out to him, and we put it together, and it all worked out good.
As far as the producers and features,
Mm-hmm.
Is this your first time collaborating with any of them, or these repeats?
It was my first time collaborating with them. Everybody outside of, G Entertainment was my first time collaborating with them.
You do have a few features on this project.
Mm-hmm.
OMB Peezy, Enchanting, Pimpin' Ken, that was on a skit.
Yeah, he was talking in between the verses and the hooks. He'd do a little skitting at the end. He did a little skit at the end of the song.
And Bebe was talking as well?
Yeah, he did the intro.
But as far as verse features, it was just OMB Peezy and Enchanting.
Yeah, as far as verse features from any major artists, yeah.
Which one was the hardest to get out of the two?
They both went pretty smooth. With talking to him. And, getting everything in order, everything worked out. There wasn't no BS behind it or nothing.
Which of the two verses was your favorite?
I probably
Peezy or Enchanting?
Man, I don't know. They both did their thing on it, but I probably had... Yeah, Enchanted, she went in. Peezy did his thing too, but yeah, Enchanted, she went in.
And even though they didn't rap, they were talking. When it came to Pimpin' Ken or Bebe, were any of those hard to get for this project?
No, I ran into Pimpin' Ken at Redbird Mall down in Dallas, and we had got to chopping it up. I bought a DVD from him, two DVDs from him. One he had with Pimp C, and he was talking about Pimp C, and that's when we had got to talking, and I let him know that I did a song and video with Bun B and Charlie Boy. And after we exchanged numbers, and then after that I told him that I wanted put him on a skit or have him talking on this song at the end of my album. He was with it, and, got it done.
When it came to Peezy, when it came to Enchanting, how did each of these become a part of this project?
Man, I was listening to Peezy music, and I'm always in Dallas, so I started hearing about Enchanting too. So I just wanted to reach out to her and let her know I want to work with her, and the same with Peezy. We reached out to his management and got all that crack.
Were both of these paid features?
Oh yeah.
Looking back, was it worth it?
Yeah, it was straight. I'm like I said, I'm always say it's worth it if it's something that I want to do. You know what I'm saying? But it's like with everything, you take the good and bad with it, and you want more. Sometimes you don't get as much as you want, but you want more. But for the most part, I'm gonna say, what I'm saying, it was good.
This was your debut project?
Yeah, I feel like my first real official one besides that mixtape.
In that sense, were you nervous at all? Being that this was your first official?
Nah, I wasn't nervous.
Why not? Sometimes people are.
I mean, because I just felt like, shit, if I put my heart into it, so it's like, hey, win, lose, or draw. We gonna take whatever we get, They gonna like it. I felt like they gonna like it. I told myself they gonna like it, so I ain't heard nothing bad about it, not to my face.
Anything else you want to mention about this project, or a question I didn't ask people want to know about it?
Man, I just feel like if they haven't heard it, they need to go check it out. Because, it's different. It's not what you gonna hear on the radio. It's some, it's mixed, but it's just not, I'm not sounding like the crowd. I chose something different, you know what I'm saying?
Anybody else you want to shout out in regards to this project that you did not mention in this interview yet?
I'm gonna shout out my team, Eli the Melanie guy, G Entertainment. He was on the project on the Yams. Bobby Racksmith on Don't You. Fred G, he was on the track with OMB Peezy. And shout out everybody. Shout out to State of Arkansas.